Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. The time for a practice question. AFM December 22 exam question. AFM December 22 exam question. Question name Tonpantau company. Relevant to the syllabus area, that advanced investment appraisal. Relevant to the exam area, advanced investment appraisal. Advanced investment appraisal. So, I'm going to start this question. I'm going to read this question first. The first phase is to read the question carefully. Now, whenever you are reading the question, first of all, make a quick view what is mentioned in the front of the screen. The following exhibits available on the left hand side of the screen provide information relevant to the question. Number one, Tonpantau company proposed investment, something about investment, and detail of investment. This information should be used to answer the question requirement with your choose options, response options. Now, one by one. I strongly suggest to all students that always start reading the question from the requirement. First of all, you have to read the requirement. Always start with the reading of the requirement. Number one, evaluate the financial acceptability of the proposed investment. 12 marks. Evaluate the financial acceptability of the proposed investment. So you have got a basic idea that from the requirement that this is something about the question of investment appraisal. Okay. Number two, B part, discuss with reference to Tonpantau's company's proposed investment. Do remember here the term discuss. A part, the term use, evaluate. B part, discuss. Discuss with reference to the Tonpantau's company's proposed investment, how real option build on traditional NPV when evaluating investment decision. So B part related to real options discussion. Whenever you identify the real option in the question, real option and including the BSOP, you quickly refer the exhibit side and specifically the response option. Here the response options are word processor, spreadsheet, and if examiner having a requirement, some calculation of BSOP, there will always extra spreadsheet BSOP calculator. But here the question examiner examined the question of real option, but no BSOP calculator. That means here the question of BSOP or the real option only related to theory. Okay, so discuss with reference to Tonpantau's company's proposed investment, how real option build on traditional NPV analysis when evaluating investment decision, and the problems with incorporating and value real options. Your answer should make a specific reference to Black-Scholes. So here, examiner use the terminology reference at 2 points. Number one, reference to Black-Scholes, and here the reference to Tonpantau's company. Do remember, the AFM exam is about application. It's about application. It's not only about the knowledge level. It's about the professional skill exams where examiner expect, professional level exam where examiner expect the application of the knowledge. Okay, this is 8 marks. So 12 marks A part 8 marks, B part total 20 marks, and the professional skill marks or professional marks will be awarded for demonstration of skills in analysis evaluation, skepticism, and commercial acumen in your answer. That's 5 marks. 5 marks. That professional marks 5s, and do highlight what professional marks here. With section B type question, maximum 3 professional skill marks can be examined. Analysis evaluation, skepticism, commercial acumen. The fourth one, communication, examiner will always examine with question 1 part 50 marks, not with B part questions. So B part questions, any 3 or any 2. Sorry, either all 3 or any 2. So here the requirement. Okay, now main context of the question, main text of the question. Number 1, Tonpantau's company is a publication company. Do remember, you have read the requirement and your mind already set that the question is about investment appraisal with BSOP. Now you have to read the main context of the question with that particular scenario, means with the context of investment appraisal and BSOP based on requirement. Okay, Tonpantau company is a publishing company currently publishing mathematics and business studies, text and online study material for schools. So they are the publishing company, they are publisher for schools. Now what they are doing, the company is considering entering in new markets in these subject areas. Entering in new markets in these subject areas. Initially it will produce material for initially produce material for mathematics degree courses. Here right now they are working with schools, but now they are going to enter new markets, and initially produce material for mathematics degree courses, but then plans to produce material for other university courses and professional qualification. Do remember, initially they have a plan to move towards the degree courses. Subsequently, they will move for university courses and the professional qualification. Tonpantau's company directors feel that decision to invest being made in phases, and the possibility of not pursuing the investment further if sales of mathematics material are disappointing and are significant. What I can say that if you people have already covered the BSOP, it's very clear that with the second paragraph, first 2 lines or 3 lines, it's reflecting that they are going to invest, but in future there are possibility the phases wise investment. So phases wise investment, what a particular terminology of the real option you can use here, what a particular concept and terminology you can use, you must have to click in your mind. Can anybody reply here? Even you people are watching the video. Investment being made in phases or possibility not pursuing the investment. Phases means initially I'm investing, but phase wise investment means option to expand. Second phase, third phase, that is option to expand or follow on. That's the point. And possibility not pursuing, it's also the real business challenge, opportunity. Not pursuing, that's called withdrawing, winding up, sale. So whenever you must remember one thing. Reading is an art. Reading is an art. Always read the question. Always read the question. Based on the requirement what you have read. First of all, carefully read the requirement and then read the context of the question as per the requirement aspects. That's very much important, because that will save your time. That will save your time. Okay, however, they are unsure how to incorporate these factors. They are unsure how to incorporate these factors into investment appraisal. So Tonpantau's company directors are also uncertain how about whether its closest competitors have any plans to enter new markets, or how competitors will react if Tonpantau's company is successful in the market. These last two lines also very much important for BSOP or real options. One of the assumption using BSOP model is about uncertainty related to future cash flows and response of management or response of company once this uncertainty evolves. Exactly here the case. How the competitor will react, what the competitor right now plan once we enter the plan, once we enter with the investment, nobody knows. If we, for example, if we enter with the business, we enter in the business with our strategy, we must be very much flexible, because if we enter the market, competitor will react. So our flexibility is very much important. If we are, our strategy is not having a flexibility, so we will not respond the market, or we will not able to respond to the competitor accordingly. Like whatever happened with the Nokia, they are now become outdated as compared to the market established by the Nokia initial early of 2000s. So BSOP has an assumption that future cash flows having uncertainty that will evolve and the management will react accordingly. So this is the assumption, but this is assumption that is not in practical, in the reality, that's not compulsory that will happen exactly in this manner. That's a point. So first is the context of the question. Normally what a student do during the reading of the question, just read the question, just read the text without considering what is inside the text based on the requirement. So always read the question in a manner, first read the requirement and then read the context of the question on the basis of the requirement, and develop your mindset accordingly. That will support the time management and also support to deliver the quality answer. I hope it's clear to you, huh? Number two, second point. Now, Tonpantau's company board has set a 4-year time horizon for consideration of investment. Okay, both based on its current plans for producing the new material. Planned capital expenditure on this investment will be as follows. These are the planned capital expenditure. That's investment. Year 0 investment. Then year 1 also required investment, because they have a plan to invest in phases wise. Year 1 also investment, year 2 also investment. In addition, In addition, total working capital, that's important, total working capital required at the start of each year will be as follows. Working capital required 3 million total year 1, 3450 year 2, 4000 year 3, 3800 year 4. Working capital is expected to be fully released at the end of the year 4. Okay. Forecast pre-tax profits. Pre-tax profits for the investment are stated below. They are stated after the deduction of tax allowed, after the deduction of the tax allowable depreciation, which is equal to the accounting depreciation as well. That's pre-tax profit after deduction of the tax allowable depreciation. So what we should do, first of all, calculate the tax and adjust the calculate the tax and then adjust the tax depreciation accordingly. Reverse back. Tax is payable 20% in the year in which profits are made, not delays, not delays. What Ferry Company is a company which produces mathematics and business studies material for university and professional exam course. What is this about? What is this company bought Ferry? What is the usage? It's something about proxy, because we are the new entrant in the new we are entering the new market. What Ferry Company debt equity ratio 25.75, equity beta 1.6, Tonpantau's debt equity ratio 40/60. Okay, so proxy company equity beta, debt over equity ratio, and Tonpantau's debt over equity ratio as well. So here, if we are going to make investment appraisal, first we need to work out for the WACC, working for the WACC, and then move on accordingly. The current risk-free rate is 4.25%. Risk-free rate. Market risk premium 5.5%. For the purpose of estimating cost of capital, it can be assumed that a debt beta of debt is 0. Okay. Tonpantau's company's debt consists of 6% bonds. 6% is the coupon rate. Nominal value $100 and the premium on 4% redemption 4 years time. And the coupon on the bonds payable annual basis. The annual spot rate curve for the bond. This is something about the topic of bond valuation. So you can identify the KD matter with the yield curve as well. KD matter with the yield curve as well. So year 1, 2, 3, 4. We can say that here we wanted to use something related to KD or something about the bond valuation. That's important. Something related to the bond valuation as well. But here KD is not only for 1 KD of year 1. We need to take the cost of debts discount rate year 1, 2, 3, 4 with respect to the bond valuation. Okay, this is the point. So first one is the context. Second one, calculation details. Requirement. Then you need to make a requirement once again. A, evaluate the financial acceptability of the proposed investment. That is 12 marks. That is 12 marks. So number 1, if here examiner mention the term evaluate, So here evaluate means investment appraisal. Here evaluate means investment appraisal. Here evaluate means investment appraisal. But if you are sitting in the examination hall, you know very well investment appraisal having two methods, APV method and NPV method. Sorry, NPV and APV. Here examiner not particular mention either use NPV or APV method. What the method we will use here, or if I ask a question to you that why not we are using APV here instead of NPV? Why not here we will use the APV instead of NPV? We will use here NPV method because no change in financial risk. In the question, there is no information about the changing in the financial risk. There is no change in the capital structure. No information about change in capital structure. No information about change in financial risk. That's the point. That is the point. That's a very important point. Yes, the important point is that, but WAC, we will work out. WAC, we will work out as working required here as diversification. Yes, systematic risk change here we can consider and using the proxy company method, but not considering the change in financial risk. So first develop your mindset. Okay, appraisal by NPV method. This is 12 marks question. This is 12 marks question. Now, some important thing before starting the question. Very important thing. You have to write the question. Very good. I must say here, total marks. Total marks. Now, before attacking, plan your answer. Total marks includes number one, professional marks. Sorry. First of all, ask yourself technical marks and professional marks. How much the technical marks here? You must say that's 12. But the exam question here, 5 marks professional skill marks and 5 should be split between 8 and 12 marks. So I can say that almost 2 to 3 marks of the professional belongs to this part. I say here 12 marks, 2 marks. So that means the total marks you are working here is equal to 14 marks. Number 1. Number 2. Here examiner state the word evaluate. Evaluates includes 2 things. Number 1, calculation. And number 2, conclusion. Conclusion means if NPV positive, accept. If NPV negative, reject. That is the point. So number 1, calculation. Number 2, conclusion. A very important point is that, sir, we know very well what is the meaning of technical marks here. So we will work out technical marks here. For example, this is NPV method. First, we will work out with the WAC. First, we will work out with the WAC. WAC include the complication of the KE, then KD, and then simple WAC. So next, future cash flows and NPV working. Future NPV work is that simple. But what are the professional marks here, sir? Number 1, here the professional marks for the calculation aspect related to analysis and evaluation. Analysis evaluation. Number 1, incorporating right data from question, means taken out information, numeric information from the question and incorporating the spreadsheet in the spreadsheet is a part of analysis. It's a part of calculation having professional marks. Using a spreadsheet function. Using spreadsheet functions is a part of professional marks. Working with labels. Labeling. For example, if you are doing with investment appraisal, you are working with the NPV mentioning the discounted. But from where you identify the discounted, that's called working number 1. Proper labeling. Sequence of calculation also matters. And these are free marks. Free marks. And finally, comments. Comments with diplomacy. What is the meaning of diplomacy? I will tell you. Comments. If you complete your working and you are NPV positive and negative, and you haven't write if you are not able to write 1 to 2 lines about the positive NPV, negative NPV, you will lose the mark. You will lose the mark. That's very important. Mark my word, you will lose the mark. That's the point. So this is what a complete first phase of the part A of the question, or first phase of this particular question. That's where we have read the question, and I tried to convey you what is actual art for the reading of the question. Number 1. And number 2, how to plan for part A. Now, moving on, we will work out with the complete part A, and then we will move for the part B working. And then at the last point, we will cover the examiner report analysis. So can you please reply me? Are you with me? All of you? Is this clear? All of you? Even the people are watching the video, if you have any question, you can ask me on the WhatsApp. Can you please reply me? Okay, so thank you very much for this phase of the video, and take a 1 or 2 minutes, then we will start it accordingly. Thank you.